Namaskar, welcome to Dialogue with Divakars. I am Dr. Hema Divakar, the obstetrician and gynecologist from the Divakars Specialty Hospital at JP Nagar, Bengaluru. Let's talk about anemia or low hemoglobin and low energies. You go to the doctor for your routine blood check. Everything else seems to be okay, but the doctor points at one particular test called the hemoglobin test and says it seems to be way too low. Then you wonder, what is hemoglobin? What does low hemoglobin mean? And what is the problem or the illness that I've got? Well, don't worry, because here again, this is a very rampant and a common problem in our country. Hemoglobin typically means the heme or the substance which lends the red color to your blood. So if the hemoglobin is low, that means your red cells are no longer blood red. They are more on the paler or a whiter side. And what does this hemoglobin do? How does it translate into low energies? Well, this is the substance which carries oxygen or energy to all parts of your body. So if you're low in hemoglobin, that means every cell, every tissue, every organ is getting very low oxygenation, very low energy. So you will feel tired very soon. You can't even climb one flight of stairs. You can't focus on your studies or your job. You feel dizzy and blackouts, and you also tend to get irritated and helpless because you cannot cope with your routine. But the solution is quite simple, because iron deficiency anemia is the commonest form of anemia in the country. About 60% in the country compared to 4% in the West. So what are we lacking? Maybe it's the water, which has tiny worms which eat up the iron content in your food. So the deworming is important. Maybe you lack iron-rich food like the green leafy vegetables, jaggery, beetroot, beef, etc. Or maybe you quickly have a cup of hot tea or the tannins or the supari soon after you have your food, which will interfere with the absorption of iron. These are the commonest causes why the body is not getting enough iron. And oftentimes the doctor will advise you to take an iron tablet or an iron injection. In very rare cases of severe anemia, the normal hemoglobin is anywhere between 11 to 12 grams. But if you're any lesser than 10 or way too less, like 6 grams or 5 grams, you may even need to have a blood transfusion. So we urge you to have some attention to the iron in your food substance. Get your hemoglobin checked if you have all those low energy symptoms which I just mentioned, and you know that you can help yourself by eating the right kind of diet.